Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Scott here, and today we're going to talk about if the Lakers should actually sign Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony has been traded to the Chicago Bulls from the Rockets and will be either waived or traded before the trade deadline. It was later reported by Woj that the Lakers have interest in Melo, but don't want to waive anyone on their roster to create space for him. However, if a roster spot did open, they could then sign him. Based off this current statement alone, it sounds as though the Lakers actually do want Melo, but everyone on their current roster holds more value to them than Melo would. If the Lakers for some reason change their minds and waive one of their players, the most likely candidates would be Isaac Bonga or Michael Beasley. Bonga has spent most of the season in the G League for the Lakers and hasn't been used very often, but of course he's still only 19 years old. The reason Beasley would be another candidate to release is because he has a similar game to Melo. If the Lakers somehow found an open roster spot though, Melo's role would be highly limited. Assuming he'd take Beasley's minutes if Beasley was still around, he'd really only be useful for 12 to 15 minutes off the bench, and mainly at the 4 because the Lakers bench unit at full strength doesn't have a 4. Melo hasn't always looked comfortable playing that position in the past, despite it probably being the best position for him to play at this stage in his career. The Lakers have a very deep team with much of it playing the wing positions, so if Melo was to play the wing for the Lakers, he'd have to beat out Lance Stevenson for the backup 3 spot. Even if he played the 3, he'd have to share the court with Beasley, who as mentioned earlier has a similar game and scores off of post-ups in isolation. Off the rotation basis alone, it would be challenging to fit Melo in, and the systematic fit seems even more difficult. The Lakers play with the 3rd fastest pace in the league, and much of that is predicated on their defense. Defensively, Carmelo Anthony is nowhere close to the same defender he was 10 years ago with the Nuggets. Now, I'm one to believe that he can actually be a serviceable defender if given good defenders around him like he had in OKC, but he's still a negative team defender regardless, and that's not what the Lakers should want. The Lakers have worked their way up to 7th in defensive rating on the season after starting off in October as 23rd. Of course, a minimal 12 to 15 minute stretch of Melo on the floor wouldn't shift their rating that much at all, but the Lakers have been trending upward on defense all season and they shouldn't look to change that. Offensively, the fit for Melo would also be pretty suspect. The Lakers are at their best when they move the ball and they put up more assists. Not only is Carmelo Anthony a ball stopper, but he doesn't really pass up shots when he gets them. Michael Beasley has done a pretty good job this season of making plays out of isolation in a similar role. Carmelo Anthony does have more playoff experience than Beasley and has the connection with LeBron, but if we're looking at Melo as a piece that would be used in such marginal minutes off the bench, there really isn't much of a need to switch him with Beasley. In spite of all of this, personally I wouldn't mind if the Lakers did sign Melo. I think the Lakers realize by now who their main 6 or 7 players are, and Melo wouldn't really mess with the chemistry if he's just replacing Beasley. It still seems pretty unlikely that they will sign him, but things can change pretty quickly in the NBA. That's all I have for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more Lakers content like this, then make sure you subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter if you want to see more insight from me or really anything else. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, then make sure you drop a like, and thanks for watching.